Younes and Ahmed and their meeting with Khalid ibn Al-Walid. Younes and Ahmed returned home from school at sunset, as the sky melted into shades of purple, like a magical painting, closing the doors of day and opening the windows of night. After a light dinner, brushing their teeth, and tidying their beds, they sat on their beds and quietly recited their bedtime supplications. A feeling of safety and peace slowly filled the room, as if the words wrapped them in a shield of light. They turned off the lights, and nothing remained in the room except a dim glow and an open window facing the stars, which looked like eyes watching over dreams and whispering secrets. Younes lay on his back, staring at the ceiling, and suddenly, they felt as if the wind had carried them far away. They found themselves in a vast desert beneath a clear sky filled with sparkling stars. From a distance, they heard the sound of a horse's hoofs approaching quickly. A strong, dignified knight rode toward them. His eyes were full of determination, and a calm smile rested on his face. He said,
"I am Khalid ibn Al-Walid al-Makhzumi. Who are you, my little ones?"
Younes and Ahmed sat on the sand in astonishment and said, "We love hearing stories of heroes, and we want to understand how a person becomes a true hero." Khalid smiled and said,
"I will tell you my story briefly and honestly. I was a pampered child in Mecca. I belonged to Banu Makhzum, the pride of Quraysh. My father was one of their wealthiest men, and I stood out among people. Nothing occupied my mind except horse riding and archery, and I became a famous horseman who never knew fear. Then I heard about a new message called Islam. I did not care about it at first. I even took part in the Battle of Uhud, defending my people, and I succeeded in defeating the Muslims through strategy and clever planning. From that, I learned that war is not only strength, but also intelligence and planning. But the Treaty of Hudaybiyah changed everything. Then came the Umrah of Fulfillment a year later. I saw how the Muslims entered Mecca. I saw their character, their discipline, and how they stood as one line, like the heart of a single man. The light of faith began to slip into my heart until Allah guided me. I set out with my friend Amr ibn al-As to Medina, and there we declared our Islam before the Messenger of Allah. From that day on, I devoted my life to Allah and took part in more than 100 battles. I led armies in the wars of apostasy to protect the religion of Allah. I defeated the Persian armies in Iraq, and I stood firm before the mighty mountains of the Romans in the eternal battle of Yarmouk. When the Caliph Umar ibn al-Khattab decided to remove me from leadership and make me an ordinary soldier, my heart did not shake. I did not fight for a position. I fought for the Lord of Umar. I remained a sincere soldier, giving my soul in the cause of Allah."
Younes looked at Khalid's sword in amazement and asked, "How are you given the title, the Drawn Sword of Allah?" Khalid smiled and said,
"In the Battle of Mu'tah, the 3 commanders were martyred. I took command and stood firm until I saved the army. When the news reached the Messenger of Allah, he said, 'Khalid is a sword among the swords of Allah, which Allah has drawn against the disbelievers.'"
Light began to shimmer around them, and the sound slowly vanished. They woke up the next morning in their room, their eyes shining with wonder. Younes said to Ahmed, "Do you know, Ahmed, Khalid died in his bed despite all those battles, and he said his famous words while crying, 'I have fought so many battles, and there is no spot on my body the width of a hand except that it bears a sword strike or a spear wound. Yet here I am, dying on my bed like a camel, so may the eyes of cowards never sleep.'" Ahmed asked, "Where did Khalid pass away, Younes?" Younes replied, "In the Levant, in the city of Homs, where he spent the last days of his life. May Allah gather us with him in the gardens of bliss." Which leader or hero would you like Younes and Ahmed to meet next? Write your answer in the comments, and don't forget to support us by subscribing to the channel and sharing our stories so we can explore new heroes and amazing places together. With you in Story and Value, building the leaders of the future.